Hello, everyone. My name is Alex, and I'm very happy to record this little video introducing my online facilitator training course. So here I am, Alex, showing you my environment. I'm based out of Ubud in Bali, where I've been facilitating transformation for almost 7,000 people for the last 12 years. I've trained more than 600 facilitators here in my space, and I'm very happy now to provide a fully self-paced online facilitator training in breathwork, cold bath, but also heartfelt connection, which is, circling, authentic relating. Also, talking about the importance of integration when it comes to these modalities. So, yeah, I do believe that it's not so much about the breathwork technique itself. Those are very important, but it's very much about everything else that happens before and after. So I do really believe in the importance of creating a safe environment. So how to be attuned with your participants, how to regulate yourself, to get to know yourself so that you can facilitate authentically and vulnerably, knowing that what you embody is going to really give permission to your participants to, basically do the same. So the intention with this video is to actually show you practically step by step what the training looks like. You have online part self-paced. You acquire all the knowledge. You will see it's very well done. I'm very happy with it. And then there will be a part where we meet one-on-one, where I listen to you, I check where you're at, and yeah, I mentor you so you get to the point where you feel you're confident to bring these modalities to the world, whether it's in one-on-one or in group sessions. So, without further ado, let me share my screen. Um, okay. Here we go. So here you have the lost art of being human. Let me just check that we have, yes. So as you can see, it's quite a big course. You got 173 section or lessons to go through, and they are divided in 8 modules and then a conclusion. Uh, each module is organized in lessons and homework. The idea is that I really want you to be embodied, to not only understand, but live this knowledge. And I truly believe that it's going to impact all aspects of your life and your relationship, because we are all facilitators. If you're a parent, if you're in a relationship, those are tools that you need for everyday life. And actually, in this fast pace, constantly being bombarded by YouTube and AI and all this fast-paced life, this is kind of the antidote to all that. That's why I call it the art of being human. So, how do I connect to my body? How I connect to my soul? I operate from my heart. That's the purpose of the art of being human. So we give you an idea of how every section is structured. Every time you have 3 words to, kind of give you a hint of what you're going to take away from the class, and then a summary of the core points to remember. And then you've got the video that's gonna get you to really see what the teaching is all about. And I'm very happy about the way it was done because I did it with an audience. So see, you see me talk, but if you are watching this, you will feel you are with me in Bali on my deck, with participants to the training who are just there. And that makes it a very, interactive way of learning. It's not boring at all. For every lesson, you also have homework. And the homework, I really, again, have the point of getting you to really integrate what the teaching is all about. So we go through, in this we go through gratitude and key values, but also how to do some movement. So I teach movement, so you will get to experience some kind of movement practices. Again, it's very much practical. and you get the reaction of people and questions, and yeah, it makes it far from being boring, but actually get you to really, yeah, get to the essence of what the teaching is all about. So that's for the first module. You will learn why authenticity, what is authenticity, vulnerability, how to embody that, and why it's so essential to create transformation. Basically, through the mirroring brain, you are giving permission people to do the same. You want people to get out of their mind. That's what most people are these days, because they don't feel safe. And when we don't feel safe, we want to control. What we do through controlling is very much staying in the mind. So going into the body requires a level of trust and safety that we acquire through embodiment practices. So that's what the first part is all about. The second part is very much about breath work. And when I talk about breath work, it's here we go. You see 65 lessons on breath work. I do believe that the breath is both a symptom and a cure. Most people will tell you how to breathe, whether it's from a functional or giving you breathing techniques. I do believe that we have to pause before we do that and listen and read and understand, because for me, the breath is symptomatic of what happened to you. So it's an autobiography on loves and losses and traumas. So getting to be curious and asking and listening and observing to the breath gives us a lot of insight of what happened to the person, and we can guide them back to reconnecting to their breath. Means also reconnecting to their wounds and reclaim their wounded parts. So that's very much what this is all about. You will understand the science behind breath work, from nose breathing to mouth breathing, to how to train athletes through CO2 tolerance, to pranayama, understanding different breathing techniques in order to wake up in the morning or relax when we're stressed. It's quite a big diversity. Um, and then we learn about transformational breathwork and how to apply transformational breathwork, how to guide sessions, how to create safety, the setup, the equipment. Literally, I break it down in a super easy steps. So by the end, you really feel that you have all the understanding and the tools to create your own knowledge. I share my own music and playlists. So, you know, I really want it to work. I really want my students to teach. So it's not theoretical. It's practical. And the exercises are very much about, yeah, me guiding those, answering questions, how they, and then, you know, demonstrating. And there are three cameras, so it's super easy to follow along. And I explain why we do certain exercises and what they do to our nervous system. Here, it's a CO2 tolerance exercise aimed at improving your heart rate variability, all concepts that you understand when you go through the course. And regardless of your interest, you're going to love this, because this is how to be healthier every day, right? So who doesn't want that? I also explain, what's the setup for a breath session. So like, here we go again. So there I'm sitting and I'm explaining why we use a bolster, not a bolsters, what to do with incense and sound, and all the equipment that are needed in order to create safety. Here I have a bucket because people vomit, and you never know what can happen in a session, and they need to have full permission to experience anything. Um, I demonstrate a full breath session, see, for an hour, 45 minutes. So why? Because I really want to people to go through things and to witness me as I'm supporting them in their emotional releases, there's cathartic releases, or into helping them release what has not served them. But the fact that it's filmed and explained, I talk about it, I comment on it, so you get to understand why I do what I do in my sessions. So it's not just theoretical. The next module is around ice baths. I love ice baths because it's a tool to regulate the nervous system and become more resilient. It's an amazing yeah, it's a tool to change your relationship to stress, but it's also a way to connect to your repressed emotions and tensions that are stored in the body. So that makes it very complementary to everything else we do. I guide breathwork. I show breathwork, ice bath, sorry. Here we go. I demonstrate sessions. So it's not just theory, but I see, what happens when someone has a panic attack, how I am, with them and supporting them before, after, guiding everything. So you are witnessing all that and witnessing whether I do it for one-on-one, for groups. And I explain also in live sessions the difference between men and women and when to do cold baths, when to do ice baths. So that's um, yeah, and what to do prior to the ice bath and how to guide, large groups through maybe doing the hands and feet, which is a really great way to get people to, yeah, just connect to the practice of the cold in a safe way. Um, okay, I explain, of course, the safety aspects of it, so you can practice safely. The next module is called Heartfelt Connection. And heartfelt connection is very much about how do you create deep, authentic connection among your participants prior and after their sessions. So there again, I explain how to do that. And I have many exercises that I'm facilitating. So you get to witness the facilitation. And yeah, you can just plug and play, copy and do exactly there. And every time, again, those are participants are really doing the exercises. So it's not just theoretical. It's very immersive. People forget about the cameras after a while. And you see me as a facilitator, but you really witness them as well as they are going through that and how to handle every situation. The next is the workshop, how to structure a workshop, how to do the check-in, the checkout, and then breaking it down into, again, tons of experiences. So it's easy, and I am holding the circle, so you get to see what's happening in different situations, how I handle different situation, and what it does to the safety of the group. So again, not theoretical, but very practical. I really want my students to teach, to be successful. I truly care about this work, and I really want you to feel empowered and confident by the end of it. Um, I do a piece on touch, and I explain the different types of touch that can be done. So how to touch, and touch is an amazing tool because we care so much about bodies and we feel we can release tensions when we touch in a safe way, but it's so taboo in our culture, right? So how to touch in integrity, how to enter a body as a man touching a woman, or a woman touching a woman, or a woman touching a man. So really going through all situations, and of course everything done with the highest level of integrity. I then explain traumas and how they are stored in the body. So anatomy of trauma, where they are located, and how we can help people safely come back to connection from there. Finally, we do a piece of integration and how to help people integrate their experience. So here you go. You got an in-depth description of what this work is all about. This is just one aspect, which is the self-paced, but you also have live sessions. You have one-on-ones with me, and you're part of a community where you can ask questions. And we regularly have sessions where you get feedback on your sessions. That's also part of it. So basically, for 6 months, you're in a container where you are supported, so you become an embodied facilitator. So give me your feedback. Tell me what you think. I would love, if you want, not to learn about facilitation, but become a facilitator, that you join and we do that together. All right. I'm sending you lots of love.